this Exodus ult. Enter. Here's the moment, guys. Oh, let me let me hide myself for a second to prove to you. Yeah, guys, we're going to Primal. We're going to Primal. You're not going to stream it for a very long time. That's probably smart, Zero. That's probably not a bad idea. But yeah, here it is, guys. I actually used a Fantasia on her. I originally just made a clone of my character on Cactar, and then I was like, maybe I should try something different. Maybe. And I decided to go Lizard Slut. I mean, I still have one more Fantasia, so I can always change my mind and go back to Catgirl. But I wanted to make a slightly edgier character. So this is Wayward Soul, my ult on Primal. Waisu's going on an adventure. Oh, Waisu wants the koala. Well, Waisu, let me... You can enter the giveaway, and if you don't win him, I will buy you one, okay? Waisu gets the call boyfriend card on that. If he doesn't win it. But you have to compete fair and square with everybody else. Adana, my darling, let me get back on cam so I can show you big love. Big lovin'. Adana's also a lovely streamer, everybody. I don't think I plug her enough. At least I haven't recently. So if you don't follow Adanu, as I lovingly call her, she is amazing and sweet. And she streams at some of the oddest freaking times. So if you need a streamer that will like fill in those gaps for you where you're just like, no one's live right now. I mean, well, Adana does go live when other people are live too, but she will give you a home, or a treehouse home with lots of cute squirrels. Waisu, if you could adlo Adana for me, I'd appreciate it. Kraken! Last ones. Oh my god, those ragey bits. Thank you so much. That's 2,000 biddies today, right? Damn, Kraken comes back like with like a vengeance, right? I've missed you, man. Definitely like don't feel obligated. You've done so much for my channel. Don't feel obligated to throw things at me. It's seriously enough that you're back here again, and it's good to see you, and I hope life's treating you swell. So, let's go to Exodus, everybody. I'm gonna be hiding my actual stream HUD elements so that you can see things better. Perhaps. Oh, he wanted the badge. Yeah, that's okay too. Okay, so, this is what a default fucking HUD looks like if you don't have anything set up. It's fucking awful. So we've got a lot of work to do right now. I actually created this character on my office PC. Did it on one of my breaks. So, I set it up once there, but as you all know, it doesn't carry over. Here we go. The jump pot gives you this much gear and a platinum piece that you can sell for this much gil. 300k, which is actually pretty good sum because unless you're, you know, trying to buy glamours and shit, there really isn't much to spend money. So I think it was kind of them to think of that. Open Final Fantasy XIV Lodestone Play Guide in your default web browser. Oh. No. I don't need that. I don't need your guidance. So okay, here we go. Where to freaking begin? Oh, my HUD is such a mess. This is giving me anxiety. Maybe this was a bad idea to do in front of you all. But I'm just kidding. Let's do this. So HUD layout, if you're on a PC, is in your system settings. And oh boy, okay, Scholar Gauge unlocked. We're gonna get rid of that. Holy crap, sorry. I'm going to get rid of that. So now you see all the fucking HUD layout. I hate it so much. I'm just gonna start adjusting things, and then when I come to like a talking point, I'll try to explain. So you can see there's some hotbars here that are purple. Some of them are white, right? The white ones are the ones that will actually show up on screen. So as you can see, these are, well, not even white, gray actually. Progress bar, parameter bar, experience bar, hotbar 1 and 2, the cross hotbar, which is not something you would normally see if you play on PC. Because that's where, if you flip-flop over to controller, that's where your cross hotbar would show up. Party list, enemy list, all of these things. So, like, when you X out, obviously, those are the things that do actually show up on your screen. Now, purple ones are bars that could be there, but are currently hidden. So if there's things you don't want, you can set them to purple by right-clicking with your mouse on them. So for example, I don't want Alliance 1 list, I'm going to make it purple, because that's just in the way. I'm not actually going to make Alliance List 1 purple, because that's sometimes important. We'll just leave it over here for now. I am going to unhide my hotbar 3 though, because I'm one of those crazy people that likes to have a trillion hotbars on their HUD. So I'm also going to unhide hotbar 7, hotbar 8. Let me see, where's 4 and 5? 4 and 5. All just right-clicking, guys. 6 can stay hidden for now. We'll move it to the side. 9 and 10 I don't use either. And so let's start. I'm also adjusting this so that I'm cross-checking it with my stream, so that you guys can actually see my full game screen and nothing's like hidden by the layout, the overlay that I have on stream. So that's another reason why I'm trying to do this live, because it actually helps me, so that I know that nothing is hidden, in case people are actually curious about what I'm doing on screen. We want hotbar 3 here. That progress bar there. Hotbar 5. Okay, next item on the agenda. You can blow up HUD elements and shrink them. This is insanely useful if you have a 4K TV, guys, because it used to be that these things, I mean, like, if you take this layout, which I am playing on a 27-inch monitor, you translate this to a 4K 40-inch TV, you ain't gonna see jack shit, especially if you sit more than like 2 feet away from the screen, right? So they had some foresight. Once they added 4K support, they added the ability, well, they've always had the ability to let you blow up your elements, but it used to only go to 160%, and now it goes to 200, I believe. So, that's one of the nice things. Backington, good to see you, sir. Thank you very much for being here. I am setting up my Primal alt, so I'm kind of doing this, like, semi-instructional thing on HUD elements, which a lot of you probably already know, but, you know, bear with me. Correct me if you know a better way, also. You know, this is a learning process for me as well. Orbital, good to see you, my darling. Thank you very much for being here. Van Slam, good to see you as well. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful weekend. He said blow. Yes, yes. Blow is a very useful word in the language, Kraken. Blow, blow, blow. Okay, anyway. So what you do is you highlight the element by clicking on it once. Turns orange, so you know that's the thing you're doing. And then you hold control and you tap the home button, which is that weird button on your keyboard that most people probably never use in their lives. I know I don't use it. It's in that pod of 6 keys above your arrow keys that's like insert home, page up, delete, and page down, right? So hold control, tap home, and it gets bigger, guys! Yes, you can quote me. I did say something that is potentially ooh-hoo-hoo lewd. Okay. You can blow it up, everybody. You can make it bigger. You can also make it smaller by basically cycling up through to 200%. and then hitting it one more time, and then it goes super tiny. 60% is the smallest you can go. 200% is the biggest. Biggest and baddest. Streamlabs OBS Twitch chat has the loading circle of death. It does? I'm sorry. I hope if stream is fucking up, let me know, guys. Sorry. Oh my god, oh no. I'm getting mountain. Yes, Dawn's favorite quote, everybody. That happened during Overwatch. I love you guys. So for my hotbars 4 and 5, normally I use those as my gear switch for when I switch between jobs. So I throw those over here in the corner. I'm going to actually hide you guys' chat. No hard feelings there. But just so you can see better what I'm doing. So 4 and 5, let's see, 4 I actually want at 80%, 5 and deal, so that is not what I wanted. Okay, I'm gonna blow up notifications because that's important. I'm gonna move all this shit. Inventory grid is something that I feel like is really extraneous. I know I have it showing on my Cactar character, but you know, cleaner is better. So we're actually going to hide inventory grid. Again, right click. When it's purple, it's hidden. So that means you won't see it anymore. Position this so that I can maximize my field of vision. I don't even have anything to put here right now, but it's just good to have there because I know I'll be using it eventually. Duty list. Duty. That's something I always shrink because, yeah, it just looks awful and bad and I don't like it. Gonna control home. Make this tiny. There we go. And so, yeah. I save that. When I X out inventory grid, boom, it's gone. We don't need that in our lives right now. As you can see, the default, it actually shows these weird, like, little tab thingies that I actually hate. This allows you to freely drag your freaking bars around even after you set them up on screen. That is dangerous for me, so I usually turn that shit off, and I will show you guys how to do that at the end of this. So I'm just going to continue configuring all of this before we move on. One of the things that is really important to me, always, is... Where the fuck is it? Where's my focus target? I'm so lost without... Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's all the way fucking up here. I don't even know why. Focus target is what I use so that I can leave my target bar up here and still be able to see what's going on. Like boss cast bars, especially during raid, it's so freaking important that I don't have to be staring up at the top of my screen when I need to be seeing what's going on over here. I use the focus target bar. So this shit is getting blown up. That right there. Ether flow gauge. We'll mess with you in a second. Set up all of my hotkeys. Ooh, lordy. Okay. Pet hotbar isn't visible right now because I don't have a pet, so let me go ahead and summon my pet so I can have a better feeling for where it actually is. There we go. And that I can actually do right here as well. The pet hotbar, I don't think there's any way to actually lock that into place, but that's okay. Fine. Okay. These two hotbars. I'm gonna make them smaller. Because again, that's usually where I dump my pots, my macros, things that I physically click on. So it does not need to be ginormous. again, the goal here is to have a tidy HUD where I can easily access a lot of things, but without it blocking too much of my field of vision, which is the most important thing to me. I'm freaking OCD about saving because I hate having to redo work. So we're gonna do that. I don't want this stupid... Or maybe I do. I have to... I only bought a jump pot for level, guys. I didn't buy the jump pot for story because I'm cheap. I figure that since I'm level 60, immediately I can just blow through the story quickly and just skip all the cutscenes and whatnot. My way of saving 18 bucks. Probably not worth it, but I'm quickly learning that because I'm a level 60 standing in fucking middle of Nocia with no mount. Yeah. Where we all want to be. No. Okay, status enhancement, status info enfeeblements, and status info other. These are really important, guys. I know these are things that I think most people don't really know or care about until they get into serious content. Like, seriously, I'll be the first to admit, when I first started playing this game, it took me 6-7 months before I was like, I should try this whole rating thing. Actually, 6-7 months before I worked up the guts to be like, I should do this whole rating thing. And it wasn't until I really stepped into Coil, first Coil back then, that I was like, holy shit, this is like a whole new world. Everything matters, and like, I gotta come up with a rotation, I gotta pay attention to status effects, debuffs on me, debuffs on the boss, buffs on me, buffs on the boss, miscellaneous shit, like, things that people don't typically... So the default right now, I guess, this is new, it didn't used to be like this, is that it's 3 different chunks. I hate that. I don't like that because when I started playing the game, it was still a unified one thing. And I don't like moving 3 things around, I want to move 1 thing around, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn that into 1 bar by doing this. It's, oh, yeah. It's this cog, UI element settings, next to current UI element on the HUD layout window. And then you just click display a single element, and look at that! Our typical beautiful 1 status effect bar. Save. And I am going to drag this down here in my face, because that was one of the first changes I made as a raider, is that those status effects, especially if you're a healer, it should be important to everybody, but as a healer, so fucking important that I wanted it in my face, okay? Like, everyone has their own playstyle. I'm not saying this is what you should be doing, but I'm telling you this is what made my life so much easier. Control home, we're gonna make it huge because I need to know. I need to know what is on me and what is on me. Sorry. The status fix is what is on you, not what is on the boss. That information is all in this target bar and the focus target. We're going to make the target bar... No, I think the target bar, I leave it default size, that's fine. Because I usually use my focus target and status effects mostly for paying attention to that shit. Oh, one note, I should hide myself for a moment and show you guys this. The one thing you will notice that you cannot do in the HUD layout, which kind of makes no sense to me, is you cannot adjust anything about your chat box here. I don't know why. They just decided chat box is its own damn thing. It's completely grayed out. It's not part of your HUD. Good luck. But yeah, chat box is actually really easy to adjust, and I'll show you that after we're done with all of this because it's really like no-brainer, and that's like usually one of the first things that most people learn how to do on their own, so I don't want to insult your intelligence by being like, oh, this is what you do with your chat box. Although I may just be insulting all of your intelligence with this shit, so no. I'm just going to plow forward, in case people don't know. Okay, so status effects, we've got that fixed up. I like having my enemy, let's see. Or I'm gonna try. far as my stream overlay is concerned, you cannot see jack shit when the limit gauge is that far up. There. Perfect. My fairy gauge I put in my face as well, because that's also important information for me. My alliance list, semi-kind of important information. So what I do is I keep it. This is only for 24-man raids. You will never ever see this show up anywhere outside of 24-man content. So it's usually not something that people typically think about. It's good to have in a good place. It's not super important. So usually not super important things I relegate to this area of my screen, which is stuff that I don't really look at outside of combat. Or in combat, sorry. We're gonna make this small. Come on. You know what, now that I'm looking at it, I do explode target bar a bit. We want that bigger. Sure. That is important. I don't really want the vibe, but we'll leave it for now since I'm still trying to get back through MSQ on this alt. Save enemy list. Definitely important. We're gonna make this guy a little bit bigger, I think. I think I'd make my enemies list bigger. We'll find out once I'm actually in combat. If I'm mumbling, by the way, guys, please tell me. I think I'm really close to the mic, so you guys can hear me clearly. But if not, let me know. Damen, good to see you, dear. Thank you very much for being here. Hope you're having a good day. Let me catch up on chat real fast, because I told you I would actually do that. I don't look at chats on the screen. I can see the chat. I guess I'm at the 60% range. What? It's fine for me, and I have shit. Do you mean the HUD elements being 60%? Jen? You have a very small monitor. Stream is fine on your. Okay, thank you for the update, Plume. It was something like I want. Oh yeah, I see what you're talking about, Jabo, because I hid the on stream. Yeah, appreciate it. Goodness, I'm glad the PS4 setup doesn't have those. It technically does, Bloom. You can every version of Final Fantasy XIV, whether you're PS or PC or maybe even Mac. There is a Mac version, everybody. I'm not judging you if you're a Mac player, but hi. No, I like Macs. Don't get me wrong, guys. I have a MacBook. I use iMac at work. It's got Windows Boot Camp on it, but I don't hate on Macs. I say hybrid everything. I'm hybrid PC console. So I don't buy into that whole PC master race bullshit. I also don't buy into the whole Microsoft versus Mac deal. You know, everything has its place. Everything has its value. But for gaming alone, why Mac users? Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. Thank you for motivating me to actually get around to this. Nice. Well, I'm glad, Don. I think I'm gonna actually make a highlight of this in case people want to use it as a reference. Lol. I'm not known for making instructional videos, so this is probably not that great considering how many pauses I'm taking and all that. But you know, you never know. You never know. I'm just gonna put it there and you guys can ignore it if you want to. Getting a new to me monitor last week and doing this is changing your life. Nice time. Yeah, it was a game changer for me as well. Once I got this shit sorted, I was like, I see a new light. I am a better gamer now. Okay. Dab City, good to see you, man. Long time no see. I hope you've been well. Thank you very much for being here. I'm inclined to say PS4 is the master race after this past year of titles. Fair, Dab. I mean, PC's gotten some good titles too. Some of those titles that are on the PS4 got PC releases as well. But again, we can all hold hands here because I love my PS4. I love my PC. It's all good in the hood. Knowledge, thank you very much for the host, dear. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. You take that back, Tonka. I don't have to worry about moving them, the PS4 setup. Yeah, well, yeah, that's true, maybe. You misspelled his name, Waisu. Give him a proper adlo. Knowledge is one of my real-life buddies. We connected through a mutual friend, and convention going, so he's always been a great supporter of my channel. He's a really super sweet, super nice dude. He has very straight and lovely hair now. Re our last conversation. Yeah, so thank you for being here, and if you guys don't follow Knowledge, you should. You should. That's all I'm gonna say. Weiss has never had Weiss has had curry before. He didn't know it. I took him to an Indian place. He's had curry before. Weiss isn't a big spicy food eater, so that's why. Probably. Acting dumb here. I love them all. Shoot, I play with cardboard more than video games. Fair enough, Dab. Fair enough. We're having a bit of an organizational instructional learning PS4 or PS4, sorry. Final Fantasy 14 stream today because I'm setting up a new character. Where was I? Let's see. Notifications over here. I think for the most part my HUD layout looks good. I can tweak it. You know what? There's some things I can't tell until I have some fairy gauge built up. So we're going to go over here. And holy shit, I need to set up my hotkeys. Okay, that's gonna be next. This mess is giving me a like low-key anxiety attack right now. This looks awful. Default buttons. I don't even think all of my skills there. I don't have any roll skills. Yeah, no. Fuck my life. Okay. Alright, and where's my fairy gauge? Where is my fairy gauge? You kidding me? Oh, that's right. I'm stupid. I'm not level 70, guys. I'm level 60. I don't have a fairy gauge yet. Yeah, genius. Okay. I remember how to play this game, I promise. At least I got my ether flow stack there so I can reevaluate where to put that. I think I actually have my status effects bar one size bigger. There we go. That looks much, much better. I'm a moron. Yeah. The gauges don't actually matter for classes like Scholar until you get a skill that uses it, so that's why I can't see it. Haha. JK. Japanese curry is your favorite kind? Thought I was already following Knowledge, but I wasn't. Well, I'm glad you corrected it, Plume. Better have corrected it. Because knowledge is one of my bros, okay? Gravy. I don't know why I keep shifting bars that don't actually matter. Just more of my OCD showing through. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is actually make the scenario guide smaller because that also looks really freaking bad. There we go. Okay, these stupid tabs here that make your HUD wobbly, I hate them. I hate them. It's like, once I set up my HUD, I don't want to keep moving shit on accident. That's, like, bad. No. No good. So I am going to move them a bit. Before I do that, I just realized my parameter bar is, like, fucking jammed up against my hotkeys, and that looks really bad. So. A little bit more OCD nitpicking. I think that's better. Ish. That's good enough. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make it so that they're locked in place, and we do that by, bear with me here. I believe it's character configuration, hotbar settings. Here you can So, character configuration is in the system settings, guys, right? You can also do Control K, that is the default hotkey for it. This is where you go to toggle if you want to switch between mouse and keyboard. Some people do that. And you go... These settings right here are really important. My favorite ones are inventory interface. Right now you can see it's the default small interface, which I don't like because tabs make me anxious. I don't like them. So we're going to expand them. And oh, look. No, wait. Apply. It's bigger! Bigger is better, right? Right? We're all size queens here. Retainer, also same deal. I want them big and bad. Apply. Store all newly obtained items in the armory chest. That's if you get gear. You can have it auto sort to your armory chest. That is the default. I actually don't like that. Sometimes I get gear that I don't actually want to use. I just want to trade it in for seals. So I'm okay with it going into my inventory first so that I can decide. Dim unequipable items in the armor chest when equip mode. That's actually not a bad idea. Sub-command customizations. I don't think I fuck with any of that. Sort item tabs based on category. That's your auto sort. It puts like your potions and your consumables first and everything else behind. That's actually really nice. Shop settings, display confirmation prop when selling items. Let's see, meldable items. Sure, we'll do that. UI settings. Again, I don't think I fuck with any of this. This is where you would go if, like on my main, when I'm raiding, I do a lot of click targeting, click actions, because I'm lazy, and instead of, you know, I use my left hand, I'm mirrored on the camera, sorry, my left hand for the actions that are in this pod of my hotbar, because I can reach those easily. This side tends to be my 12-button macro mouse, or I will just physically click on it, like my fairy skills. So, and if you've noticed, it shows this freaking action help, which is useful because it lets you know what your cast times are when you're melding it in-game, and you know, sometimes spell speed, skill speed matters. This is where you can check cast times. But when I'm in raid, it's kind of an eyesore. Like, I already know what my skills do. I don't really need to be knowing in that moment, so you can actually hide that by doing click off, display action help, and ooh, voila, how nice. No menus. You can just click and not worry about a big black box in your face telling you things you already know. So I'm gonna leave that for now though, because I'm not, this character isn't at 70 yet, so it's less of an issue. Display pop-up helps. This is like on this type of help. You can hide that as well if you just really don't. Sorry, that's actually not the right one. Position pop-up help is, I actually don't know which one that is. Anyway, active help windows is your tooltips. That's for these items here. Apply and actually, no, you know what? I did this stupid thing and didn't hit apply, which is why that was still showing. That's actually under item help. I'm just making all kinds of shit up. Display active help windows. That's active help windows is those message prompts you get when you like first log in, and it's like, hey, you're level blah blah, you should go do this. Okay, I don't want those. Position active help, I still don't remember. I think I leave that on default. Display help text when using cross-type main commands. Again, I don't remember that affecting my kind of gameplay at any point, so. Are you making a scholar? Yeah, Dab. I'm main scholar on my main character. I am making an alt character on a different data center since we have cross-server interactions now, so we can interact with friends on different servers on the same data center. But what is happening? Kragan, thank you for gifting a sub to Dab. Dab, whether you like it or not, you are now part of the Cephalo Squad. A small piece of your soul is mine. Welcome. Enjoy that curvy, pervy, purple people pleaser. Ulti-chan, that is my tier 1 emote. You're one of us now. Thank you, Kraken. I appreciate you gifting a sub. Yeah, Kraken's just showering the generosity and give some. But yes, welcome, Dab. I also have a Discord if you'd like to join us. That goes for any of you, whether you're a sub or just a new member here in the community. Feel free to join us. I think Waisu will pull up the Discord command for me if he is here. If not, I'll do it myself in a sec. But yeah, thank you again, Kraken. Sage Kitty, hello, my darling. Thank you very much for joining us. I am in the midst of setup hell here. Recommendation show upon login. That's the recommended thing where it's like, you're level 40. You should perhaps consider doing Stone Vigil. I think Stone Vigil is the one. Yeah, Stone Vigil to level. Or you should go do these quests. Yeah, like, that's not really something I want. Play guide, open upon, also not something I want. That's the one that's like, you can click on this link to open up a browser and go look at the lodestone if you have questions. And like, no, not really. Unless it leads you to Google, which would be much more useful. Okay, HUD elements. This, I think, is where I can freaking make it so that I can't drag my bars all over the fucking place. Display flying text. Sure. Display pop-up text. That's fine too. Display parameter bars. Display experience bar, yes. Display inventory grid. We've already hidden that. This is another place where you can hide that little inventory grid that was down here in the corner. You don't have to do it in HUD layout. You can just uncheck this box. Display duty list. Default is 5. I'm fine with that. Display minimap. Display guild. Display server. Clock type. I usually like to have it default on a Orzian time because, well, I want all 3 actually because you can actually cycle through. Well, no. You can have it display all 3 at the same time. That's what that means. And I don't like that. I actually don't like that at all. So I'm just gonna have it display Eorzea time, because if I need to know local time, I'm on a PC, I have a taskbar, it'll tell me right there. Eorzea time is good to know if you are a gatherer, if you go into Eureka and you're waiting for Pazuzu. Eorzea time is the actual time of the game. And an Eorzean day is about the equivalent of 37 minutes. So that's when, you know, the sun rises and sets and whatever throughout the game, okay? And that is really important when you're a gatherer, because there are certain gathering nodes, there's certain fish that only happen during a certain time of day. And so, yeah, if you ever get balls deep into the crafting gathering mini game, which is like an entire sub game of this game, you will learn to love your Eorzean clock. That shit is really important. Skill, display limit gauge, yes. Display main scenario guy. Hide when all quests complete. Yeah, oh yeah, that's what I want. All of this is great. Display targets remaining HP percentage. That is something that you will want if you ever start to raid. It doesn't really matter in casual content, but that's how you know when you have a 1% wipe, everybody, because otherwise you don't see the percentage of how much the boss is at. So we're gonna turn that on. Party list. I like displaying full names of people. Because I'm on a big enough monitor, I don't need to conserve that kind of space. All of this is great. The default order for sort order is tank, healer, DPS. That's great. Because typically speaking, especially as a healer, your tanks are the ones who are going to be the most important, and you want them at the top of your list. DPS will probably need healing at some point as well, but, you know, not as priority, so that's all good. Let me catch up on chat really fast. So you guys have been kind of subdued. I'm sorry if I'm putting you to sleep, by the way. I know I'm probably just preaching to the choir, but yeah. I appreciate you all being here nonetheless. Good fun spoiled notes indeed. That Aor's in clock. Don't do it, social life will end. So addictive. Yes, yes. If you're talking about the gathering crafting sub-game of this game, yeah. Kraken nailed it on the head. DPS don't need healing. Well, typically not very much single target healing, but no, it's... Hotel Wi-Fi is so bad I can't really watch, but chat works. Oh, Professor, thank you very much for being here. I mean, Professor's out he's on a school trip, everybody. And he even told everybody that he wasn't going to be on Twitch today because he's got a busy life and, you know, he's basically working a weekend, but he's here, so, I said it before at the beginning of the stream, but if you're just coming in now, Professor Chaos, a recent addition and friend to our community, but hell of a guy. Super fucking nice. Way too fucking nice, actually. Phrases that I don't even think I deserve, but you know, he makes up shit about me on his stream. Whatever. He's a great guy. He's a really great guy. And he recently, he's got the goods on Poke1, if you guys are into the Pokemon community. He's the only one with access right now, so if you're curious, go check him out. If you're not curious, go check him out anyways, because he's a really great guy, and he has loads and loads of personality. I'm not a Pokemon person, you guys know this. I like Pokemon, you know, like most of us. Who hates Pokemon? You'd have to, like, be a soulless psychopath to not like cute, adorable anime monsters, right? So I like Pokemon, but I'm not really into the games. But I will watch Professor Chaos stream because he's entertaining. He's like a one-man show, seriously. Haven't followed him yet. Weiss gave you the link via ScholarBot. Please go do so. He streams at the same time I do most nights, not all nights. I don't care if you leave me for him, I really don't. Multi-Twitch, multiple windows would be ideal. But you know, sometimes you just meet people that you're like, yeah, he's better than me, so I guess I understand. You know? Right? Okay. Anyway, back to this. I need to figure out how to lock my fucking bars, because I did this the other day and I was like, hey, I'm gonna be able to show people something cool, and I'm brain dead. I actually forgot to eat before I started streaming because I was so eager to be like, hey, look, guys, I'm not faking you out today. So I've got a windy salad on my back table. I'll eat eventually. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. This is not me guilting you guys or anything like that. This is me being like, I am a derper face and I forgot to eat. Don't need these in general. I never mess with these settings, I don't think. Hot bars. Okay. This is where you go to do a lot of shit. It's, again, this second to the bottom button, hotbar settings. Excuse me. Actually. Seriously. This stream is sponsored by water. Responsible for millions of fatalities every year, yet you can't live without it. Water. Get yours today. Super Asian! My sweet, darling Super Asian. Thank you very much for being here, my dear. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend, even though I know you're work lurking. Yes, you're lurk because of work. I'm sorry you're trapped at work all the time, dear, but I appreciate you being here. Everyone here knows everything I say about you is true anyways. Whatever, Professor, whatever. You know how when little girls see the Backstreet Boys years ago, of course, they cry when I stream and Wei says nice things, I cry. They're witnesses. Oh, it's funny you mentioned the Backstreet Boys, Professor, because I got a thing for you. That's just for you, because you mentioned the Backstreet Boys, and I promise you guys a certain percentage of soul-shattering 90s references in my stream. So there it is for you. There it is for the day. Very Apture Science style ad for water. Thanks, Dawn. Thanks, Dawn. I'm trying to, you know, work the ad revenue where I can. You both say the truth about each other and none of you can accept it. Well, that's just part of being us, Spice. And you gotta deal with it. You gotta deal with it. Okay. So, all of these lovely hotbars that we have, you can actually change their orientation right here in the event that you are a strange person that plays their game while in bed, so you're tilted this way. You can actually flip your hotbars vertically. I'm gonna regret doing this, but yeah, look at that. You can have vertical bars. You can play in bed. I would not recommend raiding in bed, but it is possible, so you can do that with any of these bars here. Display hotbar numbers. This is where we get to the goods part. These annoying ass numbers I don't want, you can get rid of them. So much better. It's gone now. It's okay. Enable hotbar cycling buttons. Another one that I like to get rid of, because that means your hotbar 1 has these cycle buttons where you can make them, you know, hotbar 1, hotbar 2, hotbar 3, hotbar 4, and so on. That really fucking sucks if you're in the middle of raid and you accidentally click here and your heal, which is normally my slot 1, I haven't fixed that yet, suddenly becomes ruined too, and then everyone's dead, and then it's your fault because you're a fucking moron. So what I do is I turn this shit off. Nothing to fuck up. Nothing to fuck up anymore. So yeah, that's how you get rid of that. Include pet hotbar when cycling. No thank you. That's even worse. Even though I turned off cycling. Enable drag and drop repositioning. This is what allows you to reposition your hotbars even though you've already set them up perfectly in the HUD, and I hate that, so I removed that as well. Display recast times. Yes, that's necessary. You need to know your global cooldowns, friends. Maybe if you really just have everything embedded in your muscle memory, you know what? Your character changes when you change gear, so even then, it's like it's not gonna be perfect every time. So we want our recast times. Okay. When the pet hotbar is available, play both the pet hotbar and the crossbar. Yeah, that's fine. Display. No, that's all good. Log window settings. Okay, this is where we get into chat settings. Enable profanity filter. I'm so pure, everybody. I would never drop an F-bomb. Would I? I have to protect my virgin eyes from bad words. No. Please. 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 If I haven't said this enough before, guys, this is an 18+ channel. If we have any lovely underage lurkers out there, I doubt it, but, you know, this is my disclaimer. If you are under the age of 18 and you are in my channel, it means you cheated and clicked on that button that says mature audiences. You lied to Twitch, in other words. You shouldn't be here. But if you are, do not say your age into chat. I don't actually want you here. And if the moment, don't even joke about it, seriously. Unless you're somebody I know for fact is over the age of 18. Yeah, I do know some of your birthdays, and you can't lie to me anymore. But if you are new, do not even joke about being under the age of 18, because my mods or I will instantly ban you. That's all. Play world name in chat log when players. I am not here to corrupt the youth. If you're already over the age of 18, I'm assuming that I can't corrupt you any further, so That's why we have there. Enable lip sync during chat. This is if you type something into your chat box, your character will actually say shit. It's really funny. It's really funny. So here, I'm going to zoom in on her. And I'm going to say something. See? She talks in-game. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know that was the default? So that's how people who do like 14 videos where they have their characters lip syncing to stuff, like that's how they get it to do that. That's actually the default, but you can turn that off. I don't know why, it's not really a big deal. But yeah, now people are gonna think I'm a bot if they're standing in middle of Inosia because I just said a bunch of shit into say chat. It's okay. It's okay. I don't care. Let me catch up on stream chat as well. How's your OCD with that? Super Asian. Rating in bed. Oh my. Yeah, that's a different kind of rating, Jin. Different kind of rating. I just logged off, but seeing the number disappear makes me want to log back on. I may or may not cycle more than I should. Oh yeah. Well, now you know how to fix it. Yay! I think I may have taught Don something that, being a tech-savvy guy, he totally would have figured out eventually on his own, but I just sped it up for you, right, Don? Not good, I would think, because mine is triggered. Private PF is... Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Jin. I'm sitting here, like, running my fucking mouth, being dickwad, and I... Jin, I'm so sorry, but I don't have Party Finder unlocked. Yeah, it's grayed out, because I'm pretty sure it unlocks through, a certain part of MSQ, maybe, or some kind of side quest, and I don't have it yet, so we can't do this. We can't do this. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's story locked. I think it's actually like one of those random side quests somewhere. I don't remember where. Or maybe slightly story locked, like I need to get to level 10 at least, or maybe my first dungeon. Yeah, you know what? I bet you it's first dungeon because that's when you actually can start partying up for shit, right? Okay. I'm seeing the error of my ways, not spending that extra $18. Error of my ways. Ha 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 ha, cause my name is Way. That wasn't even a good joke. I'm sorry. Okay. Let me fix the trash that is on my fucking hotbar. This is awful here. Yeah, I would never drop any F-bombs as the music I'm listening to is just like, fuck you! Okay. Okay. Keybinds, let me do something that will probably make some of you twitch. You change your default keybinds, which I do a lot of. I do something super weird that will probably make a lot of people be like, huh? That is with my hotbars. Default, they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, dash, equal sign, right? That's fine. Hotbar 2 is your control row, where you hold control 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All makes sense, right? I hate that. My first, like, true pay-to-play MMO was Ragnarok Online, and if you've played Ragnarok before, then you would know that the default keybinds for those is your F keys, your F rows. It's so weird. Because on that, you didn't have a party list, so you actually did click on screen targeting. If you wanted to target a character to heal them or attack them, whatever, you would actually have to click on their actual avatar on screen. So there was really no use for having the default keybind F keys, which is normally your party list in Final Fantasy XIV. I ain't got time for that. I use F keys for that second row because I'm lazy. Why press 2 buttons when I can press 1? And that also means I need to remove these here. I basically flip-flop it. I do Alt 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 as my party list targeting. So we're gonna do that right here, right now. It starts to get awkward once you go past 6. Oh, targets, actually, I just did that wrong. My target self is actually my till key. Because targeting myself is really important sometimes, so gotta keep myself alive. Oop. Nope. No. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on. 6. There we go. And Alt 8 is... Actually, target pet I usually do as Alt till. There we go. Target own companion, don't care. Not gonna worry about that. Shift F, set focus target, that's default. So that is the default. For those of you who don't know, focus target is another one of those big game changers if you ever do hard content. Because if you don't want to move the default placement of your enemy bar, which I highly do not recommend moving, because when you fight bosses that have a lot of people attacking it, the status effects on that boss tend to go out of control, and if you put it anywhere else on your screen, it really becomes cumbersome, in my opinion. So what I do instead is I use Shift F for this lovely focus target right here. Isn't that wonderful? And this is basically a clone of this bar, only it's closer to your face and you can see it better. In raid settings, this is a game changer, life changer for me, because it allows me to see the primary side effects on it, which are usually the ones that you really need to pay attention to, because sometimes if a boss like enrages or has certain, certain stance on or whatever, that'll always be first, and it will show up on this bar as well, and I don't have to look all the way up here. And then also, if the boss is casting anything, that cast bar is also going to show up on this focus target, so that is a big whammy deal to me. I actually think I have it too big. Is there such a thing as too big? 140 should be enough. One other thing that I'm... Did I not have the duty action? Some fights... When Stormblood dropped, we got a new HUD element called the duty action. If any of you have done Lakshmi fight before, you know what I'm talking about. You get that little button that you have to click on for the little orb. That was a new thing they introduced with Stormblood content. I thought that was something that you could already pre-set up. But maybe because I'm not actually in Stormblood content yet, it won't give me that option, so we won't worry about that right now. Let me catch up on chat again really fast. Cobalt Wolf! Hello and welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm sorry if I completely looked past you if you said hi or whatever. Level 15 at main cities, thank you very much. So that is... I'm already level 60 because I jump potted this ult, but I would assume that it's probably the level 15 MSQ quest that unlocks Sastasha. It does it for me, so yeah, thank you for confirming that. So yeah, once I unlock Sastasha, Jen, we can be friends officially on Primal, okay? Just to run out of you. Oh, okay, yeah. I guess Plume is explaining things to Professor. Yeah, Professor, I'm literally just talking about how I set up characters in 14, so this is kind of a snore fest for some of you who already know this stuff, but it's something I've been wanting to do for a while. Appreciate you lurking and being here, though. You don't have to give it too much brain power. Those two emotes belong together, they always look so good. Ulti-chan looks good with everything, Professor, honestly. If I may so humbly say so myself. No, I'm kidding, but yeah. Who doesn't love a good tentacled octopus plushie? Party Finder system unlocked after complete. Yeah, Sage confirmed as well. Thank you. Bombs being dropped here. Never. I'm sure Gato would love to play with them. I think so. Alt F4? Yeah, no. I am not going to keybind anything to Alt F4. That would be kind of funny, though. Nice troll. Yeah. Done that before? Really, Super Agent? I should do this at some point. Thankfully, don't have to worry about it yet, but I do plan on going PC in the future with 14. Nice, Blue. Nice. Join us. Join us on the dark side. If you've played WoW, you know what's up. Yeah. That's fine. I'm doing roulettes anyways. Okay, I finally got to my room and can watch on your laptop. Yay! I'm glad you're safely in your room, Professor. And don't sweat it if you need to chill, relax, do something else. Like, seriously, appreciate you hanging out here. Okay, let's continue with setting shit up here. What was I doing? Keybinds, that's right. Okay. Hotbar. Let's set these. It's actually really important to me to have everything set up the way it is on my other character, because my MMO mouse is macroed to this preset. So if I want to be able to play Scholar the same way and not have to relearn my muscle memory, it's really gonna screw me if I don't have it exactly the same. Why? Yes. Yes. Sorry, I misread that message. Yes. Thank you. Okay. Hotbar 3 is what I make my shift row, because I hate left shift, guys. I know those of you who play like Overwatch or whatever, you must have like freaking pinkies, like the freaking Arnold Schwarzenegger of pinkies, maybe. But my pinky doesn't bend that way, maybe? I have like a double jointed pinky. I think my pinky is actually pretty proficient. I played violin for 13 years of my life. My pinky's pretty strong, but it is super fucking awkward for me to hit L shift that way. So, I map things to shift one. Let me undo that. It is going to drive me bonkers if I have to keep saying okay on that message. Where is it? System? System? Yeah. Bye-bye. Shift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are almost all buttons that I actually click using my mouse, or I actually have a macro row above my F1, 2, 3, 4 buttons, because I have the G910 Logitech keyboard. Logitech, please sponsor. Just a soft suggestion. So, for my at least 1, 2, 3, 4 here, I can actually hit physical keys on my keyboard. So that's why I do that. So I got rid of those. Let me do 4, 6. Here on, it gets awkward as fuck. 9. Much better. Holy shit, 2 Yeah, it's been an interesting effort, Super Agent. I have to say, I Professor, I don't know if you know this, but like I got like 6 offline follows thanks to you telling lies about me on your stream yesterday. So thank you very much for getting your community involved over here. You totally didn't need to do that, but thank you so much. Oh, what follower thing was like, what? Yeah. I'm like, once I got past that first 1,000, guys, I know I haven't really been beating the dead horse of follower counts and whatnot, and it's not that it doesn't matter to me, but it's just more like, I figure with enough time, you know, eventually we'll get to those milestones, right? I'd rather just focus on making sure that people that do actually show up here every day you guys are having a good time, right? Because like follows are great, follows are wonderful. Like I'm not trying to downplay that, but follows are easy though, right? It's a one-time, 1-second commitment to say, hey, I might check out your channel sometimes, but you guys, you're the ones who show up, right? You're the ones who show up every time. You didn't just follow. You actually pay attention to the notifications when I go live, and you come here, and that's a lot more effort. Way more time, way more energy, even if you're just lurking. So I'd rather focus on who is here rather than who kind of thought they might be here and changing their mind at some point. You know, right? I mean, all of us have tons more followers than we're ever gonna get in viewers. And that's okay. That's okay. That's life. That onboarding thing last year that Twitch did where they gave everyone a buttload of empty follows, that didn't feel good, right? I mean, it's like, you see this follow alert come up and you're like, hey, yay, new person. And then you realize they were never actually in your channel. Like, not a good feeling. So I think, I'm glad Twitch disabled that program, whatever they were trying to do with it. Kind of like, yeah, I guess I appreciate that artificial numbers boost, but again, we're just gonna focus on who is here. Bato, I heard you come in, man. Thank you very much for using your intro. The Butt Lord is here, everybody. Bato, my other very lovely mod. We call him the Butt Lord in my Discord. Again, those of you who are newer to the community, you just came in. Sora, good to see you, darling. I didn't mean to ignore you. Thank you very much for being here. I do have a Discord for this community if you guys want to keep in touch and hang out, even when I'm not online streaming. You know, I don't stream that much. But I am very active in my Discord. Any of the people here will tell you. Yeah, please feel free to stay in contact with us even when I'm offline. Who else did I miss coming in? I probably missed someone. Pastelita! What a cute name. You are one of the Team Chaos members who followed me yesterday. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Loot Crew. Welcome to the Cephalus Squad. Thank you for being here. And yeah, thanks for listening to Professor Chaos's lies. You lurk around for Final Fantasy games? Yeah. Yeah, no worries. No worries. 14 ain't for everyone, but I appreciate you being here nonetheless. Did I miss anybody else? Did anyone notice bad sound quality on mobile Twitch? Ooh, I cannot speak to that, Bato. Is it really bad sound quality, or is it just my awful voice? That's always the question, right? Yeah, the phone app it has its days. It's a bit questionable. But yeah, let's finish setting up these hotbars, because I'm sure you guys are tired of staring at blank windows of nothing. Okay, so those are assigned. Let me think what else I normally do. Movement, those are fine. Shortcut. Gear set I set to G because that doesn't have a default bind. Key items, doesn't matter. Emotes I usually assign to period, I believe. Yes. Mount guide, do that. Minion guide, that. Social. I don't need that. These are all fine, I think. Okay. So let's see. Next order of business is actually filling these bars. Yay. I'm gonna have to try and remember what my layout is. Whew. Heaven's Ward.
What's what?
I wonder if this person plays Final Fantasy 14. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome. Hope you enjoy your time here. The sound is fine for you. No worries, Sora. Get your call. Do what you need. Might be your phone. Might be my phone. Thanks, Bato. Thanks. These are all good. What are the? I know there's more. There's freaking. Not Alliance. Chat. No, definitely not chat. hotbar. It's definitely not gamepad, because I don't use a gamepad for Final Fantasy XIV. Sorry. Toggle UI display mode. That's the one. That's the one. Take screenshot as print screen. Toggle UI display mode. I think I usually set to pause break. Actually, that's okay. Cancel macro. Okay. Now I'm going to set up my macros. I do not recommend macros in this game. Unless you're a crafter and you know what you're doing, then macro all you want. But as a general disclaimer, when people ask me, if you come from an MMO background, you know about macros, you know about setting them up, I would not do so many in this game. Because that global tick is like a big thing, and anybody who raids will tell you this. Like it's really easy to fuck up a macro in this game, and server latency and server tick can all really screw you over if you're entering a macro that's actually rather important and then it doesn't go through. I can't. One of the macros I use that I kind of hate myself for using is I do have one chain macro, and that's swift cast to resurrection, which allows me to instantly cast resurrection, because that's normally like a 6 to 7 second cast, and you know, people die during a raid. You need them up like lickety split. So that is one I do use. I'm very iffy on it. If you're okay with not using it, I wouldn't even recommend having that one. But I do because I hate myself. The two macros as a scholar I would highly recommend to anyone who wants to play Scholar specifically is one that is not so detrimental, because what it does is it forces your fairy to heal the same target as you. And I'll show you guys what I mean by that in a second. First, we're going to set up the resurrection macro, much as I hate myself for doing that. /m icon. That's the command that changes the icon here, and it's always you can do /m icon. If you like typing out long shit, you can do /micro icon. It's the exact same thing. The M is just an abbreviation. /m icon, and then followed by any name of a skill will cause that skill to show up on the macro button, which is pretty freaking important if you want to be able to see the actual cooldown on a skill, the actual global cooldown after you. So this is going to be AC or action. You can type action as well. AC is shorter. I like shorter and cleaner. Swift cast, and then action, resurrection. This just puts the two together, nothing else. And then I always, because in Pretty Dude 12, do you have a clone, Weiss? The hell? We have another Pretty lover here. This better not be an alt account for you, Weiss. I'm gonna be mad at you, because I just told you I don't really care about the follower count number if you went and made an alt just to, like, push me towards 2,000. But, yeah. If you're actually a real person, Pretty Dude, I'm sorry for that spiel. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome. It looks like you might actually be a real person. Yay. Yeah, sorry for the doubt. You have to understand, Pretty Dude. Me and my boyfriend, Waisu, who's also my moderator, like, we are huge Disgaea fans. Hence the Prinny I have here. And his name used to be Prinny Waisu. So sometimes when I see Prinny stuff, I'm like, did you make an alt account? What? But it looks like you're real, so welcome. Another Disgaea lover. Thank you very much for being here. Your name is also appropriately Pretty Blue. I'm happy for that. Mouse over embrace works really. It's true, Cobalt, but I'm gonna show you something that I like much better. So I always like to let my other healer know, especially if I'm in a setting where I'm in kind of a casual 8-man raid. I like my party members to know that I've blown my swift cast resurrection on a target already, so that they know that they don't have to go and use theirs. So that's why I have that into party. /P puts something into party chat automatically, no matter what you have your chat currently set on. To get these little auto-translate brackets, all you have to do is start typing in a thing. So we're gonna start typing in resurrection, hit tab, and then it pulls up all of the different options that possibly could be. Obviously, RE is not a good starting point. So we're gonna do RESU, and then that pulls up resurrection. Perfect. Less than T greater than, that will show the name of your target there. And then this bracketed SE dot number, that is a sound effect. That is how you do sound effects in this game, if you've ever wondered about people who have macros that actually make a lot of noise, like Danger Bongos. That's a really popular one. Danger Bongos is SE.6, I believe. But if you ever just put yourself into a party with your chicken, that's one way to do it. Or if you just have a friend, you can join a party and you can test out all the different ones. It's SE 1 through 15 are all different sound effects. Cobalt, thank you very much for the follow as well. Welcome officially to the Loot crew. Hope you've been enjoying your time here. Appreciate you participating in chat and hanging out with us today. You're actually going to work now. Okay, Hakub. Okay. Hakub was just like, I gotta see you actually make it to 2,000 and then I'm gonna leave. Thank you very much for the support. Again, have a great day at work. Really appreciate you hanging out for a bit today. Work Crow! Work Crow! The reason that I am on Exodus, everybody. My OG primal data center friend. I'm setting up my character on my home computer right now. So we're having a bit of a learning stream here on what the fuck does Wayward do to set up her character, if anybody actually cared. So, your Last of Us experience? Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on chat here. I've probably missed a lot. That account was created today, but congrats anyway. Well, if it wasn't Weiss, then I don't know. Somebody did it, but thank you. You made your account today. I wanted to get into Final Fantasy. I added a game to a chess game starter. Oh, nice. Nice. So it is by fate that Pretty Dude came to us. You'll be on soon. Yeah, I don't know if I should be able to get to some of the playing around part, Work Crow. I only jump potted the 60. I didn't actually buy the MSQ skip, which I'm kind of regretting. But I just wanted to save that extra $18. It's okay. Do you use mouse over at all? Yes, I do. I do, Domin. I mouse over all of my pet commands, generally speaking. Oh, I just remembered. There is one that I do macro, and that's I macro heal and I macro obey. Oh, I need to do that. Thank you for the reminder. Put resurrection there. Okay, so these, finally, I'm sorry, I keep getting sidetracked here. These are the two macros that I highly recommend for Scholar players. I'm sure there's great Scholars out there who don't use this. Everyone has their own playstyle, but this is something that I found was insanely helpful for me. And it's this right here. M icon, physic, first of all. So that is your basic vanilla heal for Scholar. AC, physic. And then PAC, which is pet action. Okay, that's how you macro something to make your pet do it, whether it's your summoner pets or your Scholar pets. That is how you force them to do commands and macros. /PAC, embrace. And since embrace is the one universal skill between Celine or Eos, it absolutely does not matter which one you have summoned. These macros will work for both of them. So that's always really nice. And so, I'm gonna call this physic plus embrace, and I'm gonna drag this onto our bar. This forces, if possible, because you know, everyone who's played a podcast knows, if your pet is in the middle of an action, it just fucking ignores you no matter what. But this guarantees to whatever I can that my pet will heal the same target that I am, at least in that moment. And that makes it rather powerful Because if you know about Scholar, you know that Scholars have the lowest healing potency skill, at least out of, for Physic. They have the lowest natural healing potency skill out of all 3 healers. But, added with the Fairy's Embrace, I'm going to target myself right now. I heal myself for, I'm at level 60 right now. I heal myself for only 5,000-ish. That's not too terribly great. But look what my Fairy does. That's 5,000 plus another 2,000 at least right there. So that's a 7,000. That's a 7,000 heal right now. I basically just upped the potency of my Physic by 130%. Right? Roughly. You know, my math is probably somewhat off. But that's pretty cool, if you ask me. I mean, you can always leave it to chance. Your Fairy will auto-heal your party members at any point. But if I'm in a panic moment and I see my tank hanging out at 20% HP and I want to make sure he doesn't die, my Fairy's off going, oh, I'm just going to go heal this DPS who's in no imminent danger, but he's lower. That's a problem. So to mitigate that happening, because sometimes it's going to happen anyways, I like having these macros. I just straight up replace my Physic with that macro, because at no point ever in the game have I ever been in a situation where it's like, oh, I want to heal this target, but I don't want my Fairy healing that target. Like, why? Why would you do that? So I do that with my Physic, and I do that with my Adlo. So that's just the same thing all over again. Adlo, Embrace, and we're gonna call this Adlo plus Embrace. So yeah. Or EO's healing itself, indeed, indeed. Like, Fairy lives don't really matter in Final Fantasy XIV, especially not since they reduce the cooldown, or sorry, the cast speed at which you can resummon a Fairy is sometimes just not even worth it. Like, Fairy, please. What's mouse over? Mouse over is literally just clicking on something to make it execute the skill. So like clicking Embrace to make Fairy do Embrace. That's something that console players are probably like, what? And it's fine, because you guys don't typically have to deal with a mouse. But PC players, it's a big deal to PC players. We have the mouse, and we can click on things when we're doing stuff. I do mouse over party list, mouse over Fairy list. I do mouse over my own actions sometimes, just because sometimes that's faster than trying to remember which key it's on. And just call... Yeah, I'll do that. I will call you Prinny. I love Prinnies, so that's not a problem. I think Clementines feel more than... This is my alt proof by now. Oh, you have an alt Weiss? Prinny of Weiss. Yeah, go away, Weiss. Go back to your primary. I hope you didn't just lock yourself out of your account. I'm gonna laugh if Weiss just locked himself out of his account, because he doesn't have the phone that he had in the US, and he's got an authenticator on his Twitch account. So if he just logged out of Weiss and now he needs to log back in, he might not be able to. Okay, good. You were a smart boy. Thank God. You made me panic there for a moment. I'm like, I'm gonna be down a moderator for like another 2-3 months. Holy shit, okay. Anyways, let's get to the rest of these skills. I'm gonna try to remember where everything is. Yay. My mouse dead? Fuck. No, it's not. I am right here with you. I couldn't be more close. Pretending that I'm in this moment. Nobody arpeggios in my new puzzle. No! What are you doing? No, you Holy shit. I thought you were gonna go until the podcast, man. You weren't supposed to... okay. Alright, Neuro, thank you very much for that amazing, lovely raid, sir. Neuro recently started playing FF14, everybody. I think most of the people in my chat know the illustrious Neuro Fourier, my friend and my teammate on downloadable content. Excellent streamer, pretty much my favorite streamer on Twitch. I don't say that lightly, seriously. He's been so kind to me and so kind to this community. And anybody here will tell you that, yeah, Neuro's just one of the best people in general. Not on Twitch, in general, just in the world. Okay, so I'm preaching to the choir on the people who are rating us right now with the lovely Neuro, Tackle, Squirrels. Those guys will confirm it too. But Neuro's one of those people that if you don't follow him, I will... You ain't no friend of mine. But yeah, those of you coming in with the Neuro raid, though, I think most of you know me since I'm one of Neuro's mods now and I hang around the community a lot. But in case you are new, I'm Wayward. I play a lot of 14. Just feeling a little bit like Alcoholics Anonymous. I play more than a little bit of 14, if I'm honest. I am one of the reasons why Neuro picked up 14 and is hopefully addicted now. Grayson, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome. But I aspire to be a variety streamer. I do actually stream things other than 14, but I do work in at least 1 or 2 14 streams weekly. Sometimes more. Sometimes more. I'm currently in the midst of a shift between single-player JRPGs. That's the genre I typically stick to. I haven't decided what I'm going to be playing next. I will find out tomorrow. I and everybody else here will find out tomorrow. So, yeah. If I'm your cuppa, then please feel free to hit that follow button. If not, no hard feelings. Thank you for coming with the Neuro raid. And yeah, I hope everyone's having a great weekend and that you had a wonderful stream, Neuro. From what I could see, you know, it was business as usual over there, which is to say, it was pretty fucking stellar. So, I think I missed another person. JM Wilds, thank you very much for the follow as well. Welcome to the Loot Crew. Yeah, hope you all enjoy your time here. We're having actually a bit of a weird stream today, because I'm playing 14, but I'm actually setting up an alternate character, a new character that I made on a different data center so that I could interact with friends over there. And so I'm just kind of setting everything up and walking everybody through my process. So it's gonna be pretty resident sleeper if you're not a 14 person, or even if you are a 14 person and you know all this shit, like, I do not hold it against anybody if you just want to, like, fucking get out of here, because we're gonna be talking shop. We've been talking shop. But yeah, regardless, thank you for being here. May, good to see you. Demon, good to see you. There's some other familiar names in here. I think I got everybody. Did I get everybody? Too tall. Too tall. Thank you very much. Yeah, we made it to 2K today. I wasn't even like really thinking about that, but yeah, through the combined efforts of Neuro and new friends on Twitch, of course, and Professor Chaos and his famous lies about my channel. We're there, fam. Thank you for stopping in as well, Too Tall. I know you've got a podcast to prep for in a bit, so if you gotta run, I totally understand. And that actually brings me to a good point. I'm glad I actually remembered that. We are having the very famous, well, hope to be famous, the second ever Team Downloadable Content podcast is today. It will be featured, it would be streamed, broadcasted through the lovely A Bok Choi's channel. The podcast is going to be her, That Too Tall, It's Mobius Life. Some of you guys already know these guys. Why am I blanking? I'm sorry. The MJ Lance. I'm sorry. It's not that I just forgot MJ. It's kind of like I'm running on a freaking low brain power mode right now. I forgot to eat lunch before I started streaming, and that was really stupid of me to do. Waisu, thank you for gifting a sub to that Too Tall. You can't escape us, Too Tall. I don't remember if you were gifted a sub before, but yeah, you're one of us now. Enjoy that curvy, pervy, purple people pleaser. But yeah, so what is going to happen, guys, in an hour so that you're prepped? I'm gonna keep you guys here captive. You can't go anywhere, okay? Unless you really hate this stuff. I actually just told you guys that you could go somewhere if you were bored, but the core community, you know who you are. You're not allowed to go anywhere, okay? Because we are going to raid the podcast once it gets started and warmed up, which is happening at 5 o'clock Eastern Daylight Savings Time. I don't know what time that is for some of you. I know you're not all on the East or even in the US. But yeah, that's where we're going after this. So you are trapped. That is right. That is what tentacles are for. Not the proper use of the lurk emote, Weiss. Again, that is live now on BTTV. We have Way Lurk now, courtesy of the illustrious Kokaiju. But yeah, I'm dragging your asses over there with me, so cannot escape. All right, let's finish getting back to the boring stuff here. My lucid dreaming, enabled to execute during. Oh, right. I pulled up the striking dummy so that I could see my focus target, and then I forgot that kind of actually a bit. Better. Do we turn song requests on for a bit? You guys are probably tired of hearing my music. I'm gonna turn song requests back up. We actually have a list from last time. So we're gonna start from there. Let me remove some of these, and we'll start up from where other people. We'll start with Plume. Plume made the last request. I actually have a list here, so song requests are back on. Feel free to add to the list. We may not get to it today, given our timeline with the podcast coming up. But yeah, feel free to add to it. I always continue the list from where we left off. I don't try to clear the entire thing. So yeah, that is a benefit. Those of you who are new subscribers, that is a benefit of your subscription. Feel free to add to !SR followed by a YouTube link. Vice, good to see you. Thank you very much for being here, sir. Level 60 in Shire Gear is a big boost. Yeah, it is if you jump a character. The only reason I do it is I think I'm safe to say that I've played Final Fantasy XIV to death. I don't feel like I need to go through the newbie experience again, not on an alternative character. So that's why I did it. Let me catch on up on chat just a little bit here. I'm really sorry if I ignored you guys. If you said something that you really, really want me to read, feel free to tag me with @wayward. That'll highlight it in my chat, and I will notice you. I'm just trying to stay on track with what I'm doing in game here, as well as not ignore you guys. You've activated my lewd trap card. I do what I want. You're not my real dad. No. But I am your lewd overlord, Sage, so you gotta do what I say. Also, this show my lack of understanding of 48. How do you have more health on a scholar than I do on my paladin? Oh, yeah. Gear. It all boils down to gear. Holy shit. That eye level makes a huge difference, because, like, I'm at, like, level 60 here right now. Right. If I were to unequip all of this, I will show you what my actual HP would be. Well, I don't need to unequip accessories, because accessories don't actually add to my HP. That is only if you are a tank class. Your base stat is vitality, so your accessories actually boost your main stat. So Holy crap, I just realized one of my keybinds is wrong, so... Back to the keybind menu, everybody. This is shortcuts. Here. Can I please unbind this? There we go. What I wanted that to be was my armory chest. As G. There we go. Perfect. So, yeah. As you can see, adding that earring did not change my HP whatsoever. If I were to run around naked, I can't unequip my book because that would... Your weapon, your main hand weapon is what actually determines your job. And your job stone, of course. But you cannot unequip this. There is no option to do that because then there's no way to be just a base character with nothing. But yeah. I only have 6,200 HP if I was naked. This is a lovely button they added. This is something that we didn't have when this game first started. This recommended gear button. Oh, it's glorious. I don't have to reassign stuff when I make myself naked. I can literally just click it, equip, voila. Wearing all the best gear in my chest. Well, based on eye level anyways. There might be moments where this is not the best button for you, but it's only under very, very rare circumstances. The people who do need to not use that button, they probably know the game better than I do, so I don't need to really address that. But pretty much 99.999% of the time, you should be using that button to make sure that you're wearing whatever the best you have as a leveling character, as an in-game character even. Okay, so let me get back to assigning skills. I also said I was going to catch up with chat. We need a left version of tentacles. I will work on that, Weiss. Like material, just... I think Doman is answering your question, that too tall. If I need to reiterate more on the whole gear thing, I will be happy to explain. I just don't want to, like, re-answer questions that have already been answered in chat. Weiss is also addressing that. Weiss with a V, not Weiss with a W. I'm sorry, we have two people with similar names here. I got Dark and RDM2 though. Ride Mage is really fun in my opinion. You like playing casters. Maybe part of the reason she's got 2 levels on you and is wearing higher level. Yeah, those 2 levels are huge, and it's even more huge that when you're at 50, 60, or 70, your gear boosts you even more based on your eye level, because those are terminal. Those 50 and 60 used to be terminal in-game levels, right? Before they added the expansions. So yeah, eye level takes over once you hit a 50, a 60, or a 70. It's gonna be a long time till I get Shire Gear behind the story. I get all yeah. This was a jumped character. When you jump characters, you get all this shit for free. Too tall. Please, guys, if you're new to 14, I don't recommend jumping a character. Unless you're just really just like, nah, I've played 1,000 MMOs and I got this shit and I just rather don't have the time to grind. I just want to play a ready-made character. Then fine, I can't talk you out of it. I'm not going to tell you what to do. But seriously, if this is your first experience in Final Fantasy 14, especially if you're new to MMOs, do not jump a character. Like, the learning process is annoying and tedious, but you're actually going to be building up a lot of valuable muscle memory and things that will make you a better player ultimately in the end. So please don't do that. What kind of music do you enjoy? May, it's easier for me to tell you what music I don't enjoy because I'm pretty much open to everything. I don't tend to like country. Not really a fan. I don't tend to like rap and hip hop. Not that I have anything against it. It's just it's not my group. Everything else is very much yeah. And I'm still way behind on chat. And Parody GG Paradigm Gaming PG Crew, thank you very much for the host. Is that a raid or a host? I don't even know. It's a raid! It's a raid! We're getting raided by Paradigm Gaming, also our very own Derp Taku. Because Paradigm Gaming is actually 3 guys. You could add low Paradigm Gaming for me. Yeah. Great bunch of guys. Derp Taku, otherwise known as The Exalted Gigi, my friend and longtime friend on Twitch. Met him in real life at the beginning of the year. Super, super nice guy. Again, just like Neuro, just like Professor, I will take personal offense if you do not follow the people. They are just very, very lovely folk. So yeah, thank you again, Gigi. I'm like got too much on my plate right now, so I'm sorry that I didn't do that in a timely manner. Notice you, senpai. I notice you, demon. And you, Neuro. I see those highlights. I'm still trying to catch up a little bit here. Right, people helping Too Tall, thank you for doing that. Thanks for requesting songs, everybody. Whatever, I do what I want. Yeah, there's another Prinny, Neuro. We thought it was Weiss making a duplicate account at first, and it turns out to be a real guy. So it's kind of like, oops, sorry, didn't mean that in an offensive kind of way. But you know, we all know that Weiss's thing is also Prinny. So for a moment there, Dream Warrior, thank you very much for the host. Good to see you, buddy. I hope you're having a great weekend. Thank you for being here. Dream Warrior is also one of my streaming buddies, streaming friends, everybody. Oh my god. I'm failing here. Hold on. Let me finish my coffee and then... This is like jump-starting my brain, okay? Okay. Coffee. Once you go black, you don't go back. I'm not even drinking black coffee, by the way. Felt the need to make some stupid comment. I mean, it's very conveniently in the film Your Name. Any tips for glamours, like rookie stakes to avoid? For glamours, there's really... Glamours are transient, you can always change them. So no. Don't be ugly. Is that a tip? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You can do what you want with glamours. That is the point of glamours. Do what's in your heart. Do what's in your heart. Weiss, thank you for reminding me. I do have a Discord, again, for this community. Those of you who are new here, please feel free to join us offline in the Discord. I am very active there when I'm not streaming. And yeah, we've got a great group there. We talk about lots of things. Anime, Final Fantasy XIV, other video games, movies, life, philosophy. We'll even talk about some of the taboo topics, you know, if you're... I'm not one of those people where I'm just like, please avoid these topics because I don't want to deal with controversy. No, like, I believe there's a way that we can all talk about things that might be uncomfortable or not fun. Because, you know, that's how we ultimately understand each other, right? How can we resolve anything if we don't talk about it? We're just constantly avoiding religion and politics. Who's that really helping, right? So Discord would be the place for that. Maybe not so much on Twitch, because I know people can get really heated with stuff. As long as people can present themselves, you know, common sense stuff, okay? I'm not going to insult your intelligence by really going into it. But if you can hold a level-headed adult conversation about your views, I am open to listening to it. Seriously. You know, as long as we're not calling names, as long as we're not low-key bashing people, making people uncomfortable, being creepy, whatever. We can talk about anything, seriously. The Discord is the place for that. Feel free to join us there. Weiss has pasted the link into chat, like, I don't know how many times now. No pressure, though. I know a lot of you are just freaking inundated in Discord servers. Again, feel free. Way we're doing SMR. I'm trying, Super Asian. I'm trying so hard. It's my new breakout market. No. No, Super Asian. Maybe jokingly. Maybe jokingly. He is better, change your mind. Also, guys who are new to this stream, your question about 14 words. Yes, I'm open to fielding questions, guys. I know I'm doing a really shit job of keeping up with chat right now, but because I have so many lovely friends here who are also 14 pros, if I miss your question, chances are somebody's gonna jump up and be like, hey, let me tell you. So yeah. Feel free to blurt out anything. If it's on your mind, Grapes, let us know. Oh shit, I was just gonna put a religion and politics survey in Discord tonight. Okay. Let's play nice, everybody, right? Okay, I'm not running a daycare here. I'm not here to tell you, you know, the golden rule, do unto others as you would do unto yourself, or whatever. That should have been in primary school, guys. Again, if you're under the age of 18, you shouldn't be here in the first place. If you didn't learn that in your first 18 years of life, I am not your mother, even though I may joke about it sometimes. I am not here to teach you common sense, common social cues. If you don't already know those things, I really am sorry, but not the place. But yeah, so if you do know how to conduct yourself as a mature adult human being, you're welcome to be here. I don't mean to sound like so sarcastic and condescending, because like none of you guys are actually doing anything bad right now, but it's just because the topic came up, I'm just letting you know my thoughts on it, okay? Twinkie9300, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Is it a good time to join Final Fantasy XIV? Anytime is good, Prinny. I say that sincerely, because I know there's lulls, like with most games that are online and have transient content that keeps adding to itself over time. There are lulls, indeed. But if you're a new player, because Final Fantasy XIV is locked behind story, you're going to be spending probably your first month, even 2 months, depending on how much free time you have, on just getting your character to endgame. Because this is one of those games where, yes, it has a monthly fee. That sucks. That's icky. Boo-hoo. Some people really hate that. But you get what you pay for, I think. Because you're paying for more and new content. You're paying for the developer to actually fucking care. Because you're giving them money on a monthly basis, and they do care. We get lots of quality of life changes all the time. I'm discovering new things all the time. Every time there's a new patch, they tend to, whether it's rebalancing classes, adding, subtracting skills, giving us new dungeons, which we do always get every patch. But yeah, anyway, I'm getting a little bit off topic. Your first month, probably. If you're Vice, you'll get through it in like your first 3 days because you won't sleep and you're crazy. But barring minor exceptions, your first month will probably be spent just playing catch-up. And there is lots and lots of catch-up to do before you get to endgame. Before you worry about the lulls, like people like me, where I've been playing the game concurrently as updates come out. You know, I hit those lows sometimes and I'm just like, there's nothing to do. I won't log in today. I'll go play something else. But recently it's been really lovely because people like Neuro and some of our other friends have come back to the game. So it's like, you know what I do in lulls? I'll go level stuff with them. I'll help out the new characters. So, Prinny, if you're thinking about joining 14, anytime's a good time. And if you need a support network, if you need a community that was willing to help out new players, this is a pretty good one, you know. So if you want to join, if you want to make a character on Cactar, that is my primary server. It's Cactar Ether Data Center. We would be happy to have you, and we can help you out. Gonna make some food, so stepping over. No worries, Neuro. You do what you need. Way less second without you. Pizza Pie, thank you very much for being here. I'm sorry if I didn't say hi to you earlier. I'm playing Eternal Catch-Up here today. This is a makeup catch-up stream for another makeup catch-up stream where I'm making up and catching up on an alt characters. Here we are today. Neuro stepped out, so I'll provide the hotness compensation for the moment. Pizza. Good idea, Professor. If any of you haven't seen Professor before, though, he's maybe some of you younger people aren't familiar, but if you know of Fabio, Professor kind of looks like Fabio. He's got the hair, and sometimes he even, when he's streaming, he's even got the fan on, just blowing his luscious locks back on camera while he's, you know, teaching you how to be boss at Pokemon. Yeah, it's a sight to see, guys. Seriously, I can't stress it enough. You need to be following Professor Chaos. If you care about good content on Twitch at all, Gonna grab some food. Yep, see you at the podcast, Too Tall. Sorry if that message happened a while ago and I just missed it. GG, yes, GG's playing God of War right now. So, he, unfortunately, is not a stream that I can recommend going to if you're trying to avoid God of War spoilers. GG, I was actually joking earlier at the beginning of the stream. I was like, yeah, God of War just came out yesterday. I should have titled my stream, "Come here if you want to avoid God of War spoilers." Because I will not be playing that. Not my cup of tea. Not my genre of gaming, typically speaking. Although sometimes I like to step out of my comfort zone. Waisu, I think, will be playing it next week, however, so... we kind of do Waisu and I kind of do a timeshare on genres. He covers the genres that I don't normally touch, so, watching him is usually enough for me. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow twitch.tv/paradigm_gaming_, guys. Just because they're playing a game that has spoilers for you may or may not have spoilers for you. They're still amazing people. Follow them and check them out later when they're not playing spoilerific games, which he does very often, actually. So, there you go. What did Donna say? Donna did something like that. Oh, sorry. You were referring to something else. I just had to refresh page, but I heard fan and hair, so I know that's me. Yes, Professor. I just woke up from a med-induced nap, still with mask. I'm really sorry you're not feeling well, Pizza. I hope we can make it better. I really appreciate you being here, even though you're in pain. That means a lot to me, seriously. You're a sweetheart. She is, don't worry. Shut up, Gigi. What is everybody doing? Like, we're all just like, no, don't follow each other. Eh. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm actually part of that problem, so... Maybe it's the kettle calling the pot black, or the pot calling the kettle black. Did that backwards. But yeah. We're all in such a scramble to promote each other. It's a good thing though. It's a good problem to have, right? Heading out. I'll try and catch stream whenever I have time. Bye everyone. Thank you very much for being here, Prinny Dude. I really appreciate it. Have a great rest of the weekend. Yeah. Hope you have a great time and hope we see you again. Stream Stardew Valley with the God of War title. Oh yeah, that's right. Adana's stream yesterday cracked me up. Her she somehow managed to get the font where it's like strikeout and it said God of War stream in her title, something along those lines. And she was playing Stardew Valley. It was ingenious. I really liked it. I follow this one and follow that one, or you're a piece of shit and leave my seat. Yeah, Professor is much more extreme than me. Professor will overtly tell you you're a piece of shit for not doing what he says. I won't say you're a piece of shit for not doing what I say, but I'll think it in my head. I'll just think it in my head. Professor, I suffer with chronic headaches as meds, so help me. Says, yeah, you and Waisu are like headache bros, migraine bros, Pizza. Yeah, Daman knows. Zero. Did I not plug Zero? Where's my brain going? Did I plug Zero already? Zero. There's so many good streamers here. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that some streamers are better than others, although some streamers are better than others for sure, because I don't follow the ones that I don't think are good. I follow Zero though, and Neuro, and Professor, and Paradigm Gaming, and who am I fucking missing? Dream Warrior. I follow Adana. So yeah. You don't even need ScholarBot to give you the link, guys. It's so fucking easy. Just click on their name, click on the heart. It's just like that. Okay. Let me try to finally finish laying out my hot bar. Stop being interesting, guys. I don't like it. Nyeh. You guys get to see what the fuck I do with my hot bars. For better or for worse. This is the section where I'm not going to be talking so much because there's no need for you to copy my actual skill layout, right? You guys just do what's comfortable. That's what skill layouts, right? You just do what's comfortable. Like don't fucking copy me. This part is purely subjective in terms of what makes the most sense for you. That's right. Oh. Where's my ether flow? Ether flow. Emergency tactics. Actually. Okay, this is driving me nuts, so I'm going to show you guys another thing. Okay, default on Final Fantasy XIV, your WASD, that's your movement keys, right? Controller folk don't care because you've got a analog stick. But W goes forward. When you hit S to go back, you do this weird slow back pedal. That gets you dead, okay? In raid content, if you're in a fucking, say you're doing Titan, and there's a fucking circle there that's about to kill you, right? You know, everyone knows the Titan plumes on the ground. You want to get out of that plume quickly? You probably don't want to do this. Okay, this is going to get you hit. You want to turn tail and run. I'm going to show you how to turn that off. That is something called, where the fuck? Movement settings. Okay, this is in character configuration, which is in your system settings. Character configuration, also known as Control K if you don't change that default keybind. Control settings. Standard type character-based movement. That is what gets you dead. Okay, you don't want that. Legacy type is the one that's camera-based and much, much nicer, I promise you. Maintain camera distance is nice. These options, whatever. When you have it on legacy type, this is what happens when you hit the back button. You turn tail and you fucking run, because that's what you want to do. Oh my god. Yeah. So it's like, this gives you so much more fluidity and movement. None of this weird-ass backpedaling shit. You move just as fast going forward as back. Forward and back. We are not in A11S. Forward and back. Some of you get that joke because you played Heaven's Ward raid tier. Some of you are just like, what the fuck is she talking about? But yeah, that's another game changer for you. If for you. Let me just speak for you guys. I'm sorry. That was another game changer for me when I started doing more difficult in-game content. Was for the longest time, I just couldn't figure out. I was like, I can't dodge these fucking AoE circles. They're too hard. Why can't I get out of them fast enough? I'm doing this slow-ass backpedal. And then someone was like, why don't you change your movement to Legacy? And I was like, mind blown! Mind blown! Okay. I hope, you know, for those of you who didn't know that, that was a helpful tip. That was a huge tip for me. I can't tell you. It was the difference between me actually surviving in Titan hard mode and just straight up getting carried because I couldn't fucking dodge anything. Lynx, thank you very much for being here. Good to see you. Hope you're having a lovely weekend. Thank you for joining us. Who the fuck is Wayward Soul? This is my alt on Primal Data Center, Lynx. I made a alt so that I can hang out with Workcrow and Jin, and my Primal friends can stop calling me a data center racist or whatever it is. This is a data center elitist. Yeah. So hopefully now I've curried the favor of my Primal Data Center friends. Why would I ever want to get out of Plume quickly? Oh, that's perfect. Can someone please give dots to JK Lawlings? That was amazing. Golf claps for you, JK. That was a beautiful comment. If somebody could quote that and give him dots for it, why would you want to get out of Plume quickly? You need to add the amount afterward. Yeah, thank you, Neuro. Thank you very much. Let me catch up again really fast. Welcome back, Neuro. Also, thank you very much for being here. You went grocery shopping, and you're ordering food. First world problems. Vazarus, good to see you. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for the biddies. Good afternoon. Hope you're having a lovely start to your weekend. I didn't know that was a thing. You just unbind S. Really, Dahlman? Really? Dahlman's an in-game Final Fantasy XIV player, everybody. And I just taught him something. Okay, stream's over. It's over. I did something. Here I was, I thought I was boring you guys because you knew all this shit, and I taught Dom and Darko something. Dom and Darko, who carried me and Neuro and Waisu through expert retribution mode in Overwatch yesterday. Yeah. I taught Dom and Darko something. That's gonna be like a t-shirt for me now. I taught Dom and something in 14. You move like you're using a controller. I usually just strafe with Q and E. Yeah, you can do that as well. But sometimes the fastest way to escape an AoE might be going back. So that's why it's really important. What is happening? GG! GG, why? Thank you for gifting another sub. I know it says that it's your first gift sub, but you do it normally on your normal account. So thank you for gifting a sub to Vazarus. Vazarus, you're one of us now! Enjoy the best curvy, pervy, purple people pleaser emote on Twitch. Take that, Ulti-chan, that slimy purple octopus, with you wherever you go. Do what you want with him, because he will enjoy it regardless. I do have a sub-only channel if you would like to join us in Discord. No pressure if you're already inundated. Again, you don't have to be a sub to join the Discord, but if you are a sub and you join the Discord, there may or may not be extra perks and cool kid things happening in the sub-only channel. That is all. Okay, I'm done selling out for now. Someone who played WoW, that's not a setting that exists, so raiders unbind the backpedal key so they don't even think about what's a much better option in 14. Fair enough, Doman, fair enough. GG is on a warpath. Thank you again, GG. It's really sweet of you. Also, Weiss, I wish I was that good looking. What? What? I just didn't want Twitch counting how much I've spent on people. Oh, I see, I see. GG's trying to not out himself, so he did it on his other account. Here I was getting on a chocoball, alt-tab, and bam. Bam! That's how it happens! That's how tentacles happen, Vazarus. When you least expect it, tentacles are just there to grab you. Let's just appreciate that moment for a moment. Because it's true, is it not? Those of you who are into anime, you know that tentacles happen when you don't want them to. When you don't know they're going to happen. That's how they always should happen. I use my right mouse click to turn camera or just my QE strafe to get out of circles. I see. I see. Appreciate that moment for a moment. Exactly. I promise you though that there's actually one fight in the game where you do just want to turn around and run. But sometimes when you're dodging an AoE circle, you also need to not be looking at the boss. There's a key moment like that in the current raid in Kefka, because sometimes you have to not be looking north where the boss where the tower is and dodging his circles. So in that case, having S bound and turning you around immediately would be really helpful. Tentacles, you say? Alright, I think I'm actually caught up on chat. If I missed anything, again, please I don't like making you guys repeat yourselves, but, you know, if you said something and I missed it, I do want to see it, and I apologize. Yeah, just remember to tag me. Okay, I have a lot of skills here that I can't put on my bar yet because I'm not 70. So we're just gonna leave those spaces blank for now. What else am I missing? I dropped, okay. I don't have any pots to use right now, so we're just that alone for the being. Sorry, I'm muttering to myself. I'm not really saying anything important. Trying to remember if I have all of my skills that I need. I think I do. I think we might actually be good to go. No, we're not. We need lucid dreaming.